Time log number 2. I have found clay in the river near the fishing temple that matches my skin tone fairly well. I put them together with some materials from other dimensions, and I think I'm starting to look more like my old self again. To blend in, I've decided to change my clothes to fit in with the ancient people. As I live underground, I'll look the part. Ooga Booga. Hi everyone, Caveman Dolan here, and welcome back to Casual Craft Project Extinction. We are arriving here in the Nether Hub right now because I want to go to spawn and do something. We've been doing a little bit of stuff off camera, and I'm very excited to finally be able to get something from all of my hard work. Boop, here we are. There it is. The beacon. As I mentioned, I did a little bit of stuff off camera, just a little bit. So we're gonna take these diamonds and oh, did they change the price? It's 32 diamonds. Hey. You know what? I'll just stick with one for now then, and I'll use these diamonds for something else later on down the road. But we now have a beacon, which is absolutely amazing. I'm pretty excited for this episode. Look at him chopping away. Room. So first of all, I just wanted to give a massive thank you for the amount of support on the last video. The season premiere was absolutely phenomenal. Me and Phoenix have been waiting on this for a while, so to see the amount of support we got was absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for the support on that. So the plan I have for today is a little bit of base building. You know, we're set up in this cave here, and I went and checked, and there's still nothing of these cords, so not entirely sure what's up with that. I also talked to Sloth, and he says that he either doesn't remember putting this down or he's being framed. So I'm sure that'll be interesting developments, to say the least. But I want to go down here because this is going to be our starter base. I'm not sure if we're going to turn this into our permanent base yet or not, but for the time being, it's going to be our starter base. So if we come up here, I have a little bit of storage going on here, and we're already starting to fill up on some of these things. I've been using some shulker boxes to put away some of these, because as you saw, I've been mining a lot, but I've been wanting to pretty this place up a bit. So I'm very excited to be able to do that today. So here are our materials for today. Go ahead and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at them. You know, these are all pretty standard materials, but there is one thing that I want to work with, and you know, hear me out. This might be controversial, but I will hopefully be able to change your mind by the end of this video. I really want to work with diorite. Yeah, I know. Put the torches down, put the pitchforks away. Where did you even get a trident this early in the season? But I want to work with diorite because I feel like it's really underutilized. I personally really like diorite, so we're going to try and do something today in these caves to kind of shape it up in make it prettier. As you could tell, talking isn't really my strong suit at the moment. You know, the social distancing is really starting to get to my head. So let's pack this up and get started. So first things first, I kind of want to get started in here with the pillars. So I kind of need to see where I want to put the first pillar, because it's kind of a big deal. I think we're going to start off by putting it here. So the block palette is going to be spruce columns, birch floors with stripped birch logs kind of nestled in every so often for texture, and then diorite behind the walls here. So I want to go like every 3 and start placing down a pillar, and the main goal here is to just kind of be fluid with it. I don't want to take too much time and thought into it, and I just kind of want to start placing some things down where they seem like they would work. So for example here, I don't know, we'll leave that there for now, and we'll just put this here. You see we got kind of a tight entrance, which I'm not really against actually, because if we end up wanting to do like a, oh no, I was trying to eat. If we end up wanting to put like a door so mobs can't get in, I feel like this works. So let's go ahead and start putting some stuff down. And after I've got these columns in, I will rejoin you. It's a shame I finally have to update the gravel. Well, that was not very climactic. Hey, I mean, yeah, sure, why not? See, look, good as new. Rotten flesh. So here we are. I got the pillars put in place. There's a few places that I might go and clean up, like right here. It's a little too far out, but for the most part, spacing them out by 3 worked really well. So, you know, we've got kind of this gap here because down here is a ravine. Hello. Wrong button. There you go. I don't really want to die today. Thank you. When you turn this corner here, it opens up into a ravine. And what in the world? Is there like a spawner or somewhere? Yeah, you better run. So yeah, it opens up into this ravine that I've kind of been using as a mine shaft. I kind of want to clean it up actually, and turn it into part of the base. But for now, let's focus on just the main storage part of it. So now with all of the columns put in place, I'm gonna go through and put in the flooring, and then we'll do the piece of resistance. I think that's my eye, or maybe it's my hair. It's my hair. The piece of resistance. So now we got this kind of thing where we can go up and we can just kind of walk up the stairs and not have to jump at all. And if you've ever watched any of my videos, you might know that that's something that I kind of try to do in most of my builds. Just a nice, easy staircase, kind of Good Times with Scar inspired. But yeah, no, I like that a lot. So now what we'll kind of do is we'll go in and we will turn this into these, just so we don't have to worry about where the caps are. And then just kind of start putting in some like little textured bits, I guess. So yeah, let's do some of that stuff, and maybe 2 of them here, 1 there. You know, just kind of wherever we deem necessary. You know what? Yeah, let's do 1 there. Why not? Hey, there we go. So, oh, never mind. Okay, there we go. Now it's for the most part pretty good. I'm gonna go through some of these places and just kind of clean up some of the areas where you might be able to get stuck, like here for instance. You know, we'll just go and put like a stair there, and stuff like that. But for the most part, that's pretty much it. So yeah, the floor is done and dusted away. Now I kind of want to go in and I want to put in some carpet and stuff like that to kind of break up the monotony a little bit, and then be able to put in some lighting that's kind of hidden away. So let me grab some of that stuff. We'll put away some of this. Hey, there it was. I put it in another shulker box. So the chest monsters slowly grow, but at the very least, you know, we've got some lighting and some carpets now. So I'm gonna grab. I wonder if I have any glowstone. If anything, I can just use torches. But I don't know. I always like using glowstone. Let's see what we got here. 57? Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Why not? So we can just kind of go through and add a few carpets here and there to kind of help with the lighting. So like, boop, 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 boop. There you go. And then like maybe 1 there. I kind of want to be somewhat sparing with it. I don't know. It just kind of helps break up the birch a little bit, you know. So maybe we'll do this. You know, patches of 3. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. That looks good. I like that. So as you kind of come down here, let's see. I could definitely use 1 like here. And then definitely need something here. It's just a long hallway and nothing. Well, I mean, hey, on a more positive note, social distancing has allowed me to play some new games. I recently got Stardew Valley, and oh boy, that has taken up a lot of my time, which, you know, not necessarily a good thing, but I mean, it's not a bad thing either. And you might have heard some herms. I actually managed to capture a mending villager. He sells mending for 1 emerald, so I'm going to try and keep him safe. And we can just stare at him from a distance. You know what, actually, I'm going to put a trap door down, because then we can look in, but like, I don't think baby zombies can get in either, so yeah. So this is pretty much what we're working with here. Like I mentioned, we'll probably go through wherever and just kind of add in some more stuff here and there. but for the most part, you know, this is pretty much it. So I'll probably go through, place down some glowstone, I'll get some more carpet, and then we'll go from there. Now that we've got that all squared away, kind of because they're all squares. It is a game about squares. Anyway, so now that that's all done, you know, it's a lot brighter. I also went through and kind of heightened the ceiling in some places just because it felt like I was hitting my head. So we have to go through and kind of fix some of these pillars that just kind of abruptly end. But now I kind of want to get into the building of, hello, why are you there? Building of the, I actually could have kept that there. That would have actually looked pretty cool. Missed opportunities. Anyway, so now I'm going to go through and kind of pretty up the roof a little bit. I have just these 3 blocks that I want to work with here. So I'm going to go through and kind of do that now. After about an hour or 2 of work, I'm happy to say that the roof is starting to look pretty cool, actually. So we come in here and boom, there it is. Oh man, I really like that. It's a lot of back and forth, you know, mixing in the materials, making sure that it all looks pretty cool. And I actually discovered a new thing by accident by putting this cobblestone wall up there and it, you know, connected to the 4 corners. I actually really like that look. And I'm thinking if I put some like white glass and then like a sea lantern or a piece of glowstone in front of that, that might make for some pretty cool lighting. I'm not sure. I'll have to check to see if the light actually passes through the wall though. But yeah, so there you go. That's this area. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the final touches. So let's get the diorite and let's start working. Ooh. So the thing that initially got me thinking about this type of build was the fact that the brown and whites really work quite well together, actually. And so it was kind of my idea to experiment with something that people don't really tend to work with a lot. And obviously the first thing that came to mind is diorite. I mean, like, it has a history of not being very well liked, but I don't really see what the hate is on it. Like, I like it. It's got a nice texture. Yeah, granted, it might be slightly bird poop reminiscent, but like, I use it for a bunch of different things. This is the first time I've ever used diorite not in a snow build. I usually use it as like an in-between of rocky snow and like rocks and snow, you know, because it's kind of that nice in-between. But, you know, I definitely feel like it can work for this. But obviously it's not just going to be just straight up diorite. I'm also going to have some polished diorite built in, and then we'll have some stairs and stuff just to break it up. Got to take advantage of the good old 1.14 new edition blocks. But yeah, no, I like it. And speaking of these cobblestone wall things that I was talking about earlier, I want to do more of these with like walls with a lantern hanging off, but like this place just right here just fits so perfectly. Like I put it down and out loud I was just like, yes! So that has nothing to do with what I was talking about, but my ADD brain just kind of wanted to bring that to your attention while I fill in these walls. So let me go ahead here. I'll go through, I'll fill in these walls a bit more, and ooh, spooky noises, and we'll see what it looks like when we come back. Look at this. Oh man, I like this. This turned out really good. Now we're gonna do some of the finer details with the stairs and the slabs, and I think we're gonna call it for that. But first, you know, we got to go through and kind of soften up some of these edges here between the ceiling and the walls. So I kind of want to go through, you know, and just do some of that here and there. But yeah, that's gonna be pretty much it. I really like the way this looks. It's turned out really well. I actually need to make this one a bit more polished. I seems to have missed this one. So as you can see, we kind of mixed in some polished and some regular diorite, so it's not all just one thing, which is pretty nice if I do say so myself. So if we like put that in there. Got a nice little view of some of that there diorite. Wait. So I actually think I'm going to flip that one upside down and put in a lantern. Just, I don't know, to mix it up a little bit. But yeah, that's the goal for right now, is to just kind of go through, soften up some of these edges. But, you know, I kind of wanted to just once again thank you guys for the support that I've been getting on these videos. It's been absolutely phenomenal. I've been having a really good time. The dogs are barking. Wait a minute, those aren't my dogs. Well, one of them was my dog. You know, being home for social distancing, it's definitely different experience, but you know, I missed my dogs, so I'm not going to say this is a bad thing. But what is a bad thing is the fact that the Wi-Fi here is not necessarily the best. And I found out it's because my current Wi-Fi card doesn't actually support 5G. So I'm going to try and go through and, ooh, that's actually not a good idea. I'm going to go through and try and buy like a new adapter that does support 5G. Just because, like, oh, there's a zombie over there, which means there might be another cave. Hey, we might be able to expand even more. Isn't that awesome? But yeah, no, I'd like to be able to do 5G and stuff because after this video, I'm going to try and do some live streaming this week. Make sure you guys follow me at Dewlan YT for when I do go live. And I'm going to try and work on this area a little bit more because you know, we constantly need updating. I'm going to actually try and get rid of some of these torches. You know, I constantly want to go through and just touch up some things here and there on the base and just, you know, make it as beautiful and purty as possible. So I guess what I'm saying is, please follow me on Twitter. I would really appreciate it. And, you know, we might be able to keep this build train going, huh? I was debating whether or not to have torches throughout this, but I definitely feel like the glowstone and carpet and the lanterns both fit way better with the current design than the torches. So I'm going through now and getting rid of them all and seeing what our light levels are like here. It's looking pretty good everywhere. I just don't want mobs to be spawning because I'm kind of wanting some villagers here. So, yeah, we'll see, but it's looking pretty good. Okay, Iskal fans, you can now uncover your eyes. The entire cave isn't going to be diorite and spruce. That's just going to be kind of like the tunnels connecting the rooms. For this main room, you might notice that I placed down some oak here, and that's because I want the floors of this area to be oak, and then the walls kind of more stone themed. Kind of think, if you guys are Hermitcraft fans, kind of think like Frankenscar Mansion. That's where the walls are going to be inspired from. Just because I like the block palette that Scar chose for that. You know, and I'm not above taking inspiration from people. You know, that's the only way I learn. So first and foremost, we're going to plop down the oak planks down here. I definitely think that's going to brighten up the place, and it kind of reminds me of the season 6 base a little bit, you know, with the oak floors. So yeah, I think this is going to be pretty good, and then we could start putting in some detailing after the fact. But I also kind of wanted to take this time to ask you guys, what do you want to see from Season 7? Are there some builds that you think that might be cool? Or, you know, I just kind of want to get your guys' opinion as far as some of the builds go, because I am curious as to know what you guys think would be fun to build. I have a few plans that I've actually kept in this book right here as far as some ideas, but, you know, I always want to learn what you guys would find interesting, or maybe there's some new YouTubers on Casual Craft that you want to see me work with. I know Commies has been making absolutely amazing content lately, so I definitely want to hit him up at some point because the guy is absolutely hilarious. I love him to death. It's pretty good. But yeah, so I'm gonna put down some spruce wood. I actually have some right here, so I will just go ahead and do that right now, actually. Just kind of keeping with the theme of having the pillars over here. I kind of like having them too thick. I don't know, I just kind of feel like it's... The word isn't coming to mind, but I like the way it looks, so just take my word for it on that then. This storage is Not going to be like my main storage, because I think, as I learned from season 6, your boy needs a lot more storage than this, because I get overrun fairly quickly. You know, like, I don't want to keep using shulker boxes every time I get a bunch of stone. That's just kind of a waste of shulker boxes, in my opinion. So, yeah, now I'm going to go through and kind of detail this area up a bit just by putting down some oak logs here and there. And then we'll do some stairs as well. I don't want to do them in big clusters like I did with the birch. You know, I just don't feel like it would look good. So I'm just going to go through just a few areas. Maybe one like right here. Yeah, I feel like that's good. That's probably good. Boop. So now that we have that all squared away, I kind of want to work on the walls a little bit. So this is going to be like super simple. So I'm just going to go through kind of and start off with the stone bricks here. Kind of do those in like clusters of 3. I'm not sure what I want to do for the ceiling yet, but you know, we can think about that in a little bit. But for now, let's just focus on thine walls. Looking pretty good. Not sure what to do about lighting. I'll probably just like hang some lanterns up above. But I don't know, maybe I'll come up with some lighting techniques for the floor here. But for the time being, this is our wall situation that we've got going on here, our storage area, and now we're gonna work on the roof a little bit. So this is what it kind of looks like right now. I'm just gonna leave the top as stone. I'm not entirely sure what I want it to be yet, so definitely leave your suggestions in the comments. But one thing I do know that I want to do is I kind of want to add in some lighting in just a few places here. So, you know, just like a few places, kind of create some depth, maybe get rid of some of these torches here. You know, like I mentioned, I'm not like a big fan of torches, so we might try and go like the Ethos Lab method as far as like his cave goes, where like we don't have torches, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Yes, there you go. Yes, you can go there, and then like, oh, I don't know, you can go there, and that doesn't like stop us from accessing anything. So I think that looks fine for now, and then we can just check our light levels. So you got 9. It's good. 9, 10, 9. Oh, we got an 8. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to push that back, and I wonder if we can open the ender chest. Yes, we can. So there you go. And then you know, we'll decorate that up. We'll just put like a stair or something there. But yeah, no, that looks pretty cool. I like that. Okay, so it looks like this little bit actually is good enough. I might actually add one more here just because I think it makes it look cooler. But yeah, no, and then we have this area over here. We'll decorate the sides with diorite. Like I said, though, we might go through and do that on stream. This area back here just kind of opens up to the back of the chests here. So I might actually turn this into like the bigger storage area. I don't know yet. There's just a lot of different things that we can do with this area. This cave is actually pretty big, and we're hearing some mobs off to the side, so I might break some blocks around, see if I can find another area to kind of branch off this way as far as the cave goes. I've got some cool ideas for the ravine down here, but all of that can be done on stream. Well, I don't usually like doing just one thing during a video, but I did just check the time on this, so I think it's time for Caveman Dolan to emerge from his cave and bid you all farewell. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching this episode of Casual Craft. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking, subscribing if you're new. I try to upload these once a week, so stick around and see what new things come about. But until then, this has been Dewlan. I'll see you later. Bye now. Running.